welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, please consider subscribing. My name is Naomi Rook. You can find me on Instagram at OmiOhMyMakeup. If you'd like to check me out there, I will leave that linked down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Also, make sure to ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today, what I wanted to do is test out some of the products that I purchased in the past week. I have been testing these throughout the last week or so. I wanted to come onto camera, show you how they apply on my face. Some of the products I tested out the Milani Supercharger. This is the Brightening Under Eye Tint. I tested out the Wet n Wild new Incognito Concealer, the new Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrators. I have a new Essence blush that I tried out, and just a few other products that I've been testing and I wanted to show on camera again. If you'd like to see how these products apply on my face, just keep watching. I am going to do my eyebrows on camera because I do have a few new products that I've been testing out, so I'm going to go in with, this is the NYX the Brow Glue. I've been using this quite a lot. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it as much. It's grown on me just a little bit, but I will still say it is not my absolute favorite. It's very goopy and still pretty wet. But I do like the hold that I get, and it definitely has a more laminated brow look, which I do really like. It's just pretty thick and goopy. Alright, I'm going to go in with the Milani. This is the Weekend Brown, and I have this in soft brown. This is a really nice eyebrow pen that I've been using quite a bit. I do like it. The color is a little warm for me. I would definitely like to pick up a lighter and more cool tone color if they have one. And for eyeshadow, I'm going to go into my Makeup Revolution X Self Collaboration palette. This is a very well-loved palette. My oldest palette in my collection. It's very well-loved. I absolutely love the colors. I've used it a ton. And I kind of just wanted to revisit an old classic palette. I'll hop off, do my eyes off camera, and then I'll be right back. So for my foundation, I'm going to use something that is brand new to the drugstore. It's the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This is a tinted skin veil, the Bare Focus. So I'm going to go ahead and read the details of this product on Ulta's website. So this is an oil-free tinted hydrator with hyaluronic acid and vegan squalane and a one-way ticket to quenched perfection. Wet n Wild's Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator Tinted Skin Veil features buildable sheer to medium coverage with a semi-matte finish for a natural, flawless, and nourished glow. It does retail for $5.99. There are 7 color options on Ulta's website. There might be more on Wet n Wild's website. I love this so much that I actually do have it in 2 different colors. I have it in light medium, and then I have it in fair. So fair for my winter, light medium for my most tan, and then anything in between that I might need, I will just mix the 2. Because it doesn't have a ton of coverage, the colors are really easy to kind of fluctuate between. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my fair just because I am pretty light. And then I am going to go ahead and apply that. I like to squeeze just a little bit onto my cheeks, and I will go ahead and blend it out. I will say I don't like that it doesn't have a pump. It can get very messy up at the top just because it is just a squeeze bottle. So if you can see, it does actually have pretty good coverage, definitely a little bit more than what I anticipated when I first tried it out. I figured it would be very sheer, but it's really light to medium coverage. It's not super sheer, which I really like. So if you see, that, it does add a beautiful glow that I think looks really nice on the skin. It blends out so well. Look up close, it doesn't look like you have anything on your skin. So natural and gorgeous, and really just balances out and color corrects your face. So I am adding another layer because I want to see how much I can build this up, if I can build it up at all to get a medium coverage like it says you are supposed to be able to. Okay, so I built it up. I will say, now that it's built up, I definitely got medium coverage. But looking at my skin, you can tell I have a lot of makeup on my face. So I would really say that this is great for light sheer coverage. I would not try to build it up to medium because once you get it up to medium, it does look a little bit more heavy on the face. It still feels really comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy on my face, but you can definitely see a little bit of caking up at my nose, between my eyebrows. It's a bit more caked there. So I would just say to keep this to a sheer to light coverage, but it really is gorgeous as long as you don't put too much on your face. It is beautiful. Alright, so the next product that I am testing out, that I've been trying out for the last week, this is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. When I saw this on TikTok, I think it was the first place I saw it, I was so excited. I love trying out under eye correctors that are very light in color, very hydrating. A lot of them can be kind of drying, and I can't put too much under my eyes because I do have drier skin. I do have creases, of course. Really excited to try this out because I thought maybe it was a dupe for the Becca Under Eye Corrector. I really love that product a lot. It is quite expensive. And also now that Becca is no longer going to be a brand, I wanted to find an alternative to that product. So I wanted to try this out. I have been testing it quite a bit. I do have some thoughts on this one versus the Becca Under Eye Corrector, but I'm going to do a video of a product showdown where I use Becca on one side and this on the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and apply it. It comes out in a squeezy too, so you just squeeze out a little bit. I will say it's not my favorite application. I really do wish it came with a doe foot applicator, but because it is quite inexpensive, that's all right. Go ahead and tap that to the darkest areas of my under eye. So right here in this very front corner, and then I have a little bit of darkness right there. I'm going to go ahead and tap that out with my finger. I find that this application method definitely gives you the most coverage. This product is definitely a little sheer. It doesn't have a ton of coverage. It has just a little bit, but what it does do is it just corrects it in such a mild, perfect way that it doesn't look outrageous. You don't have to use a ton of product to cover up the color correction. I find that with a lot of color correcting, you end up having to combat the color correction with a ton of concealer just to make sure you actually color it. So I like that this just really brightens up the under eye, but it doesn't add a ton of pigmented color. So there is that. You can tell how hydrating it is. It is super dewy looking, very hydrating. I think this product would be really great for mature skin because it is so hydrating. It's not super heavy. It is very sheer and very light under the eyes. But in being so sheer and so light, it doesn't have a ton of coverage. I think I have really dark under eye circles, and I think this does just the right amount of color correcting where it doesn't look outrageous, it doesn't look weird. It makes them look just so hydrated and healthy that I love the amount of color correction that this has. Alright, so there is an up close and personal look. You can tell my skin is very light. My under eyes look super healthy and hydrated and just the perfect amount of color correction. This is a great product to use maybe in the morning when you're taking your kids to school, or if you're not wearing a ton of makeup, just applying that and curling your eyelashes, and that is something I would wear just going out of the house, just like that. But I wanted to show you how it would apply underneath a concealer. Next, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild. This is the new Megalast Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. It retails for $40.99, and on Ulta's website, they do have 8 options. There are more on Wet n Wild's website. The Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito Concealer delivers all-day wear and buildable matte medium to full coverage. So I thought that these were really great claims. I wanted to test this out because I do really like a more medium concealer, but I have not been able to find incredible ones at the drugstore. So I do have this one in Fair Beige. It's a little yellow for me. I would definitely like to get a different color, but I'm going to show you how this applies. So I'm just going to use just a little bit, not a whole ton. I'm going to go ahead and blend that in with my sponge. I'm going to tap in the front area and then blend that out. So this does have really great coverage. The coverage is actually really incredible. It is definitely a medium to full coverage like it claims to be. I love how this blends out. It blends out like a dream. It really is super creamy. So I'm just going to continue blending that. I'm going to blend this side in also. A little on my chin and a little up my nose. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit, and then I will powder. Right, so there is that concealer. It looks so smooth under their eyes. Honestly, I love how this concealer works. It is probably one of my favorite, most inexpensive concealers I've tried so far. I think it's really worth it. I do enjoy using it. It's very creamy. It's not super drying. It does last quite a long time during the day, and I just think it looks really flawless and really nice, and especially for my dry skin, the fact that I can wear it. It looks really great on top of that under eye corrector. I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star Magic Powder, and I'm just going to powder that a little bit, not a whole lot. Okay, so I don't have a new bronzer. I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild. This is the Sunset Striptease. I love this bronzer so much. So I've been testing out a new blush. This is the Essence The Blush. This is in, let's see, Bespoke. So this is such a gorgeous, fantastic bronze glowy, just beautiful neutral blush. I just love the tone of this blush. It looks so great with any type of look you could possibly do. One thing about this blush that I don't like is that it does have some glow and it does emphasize texture. So a lot of the times I will bring blush all the way up here, but with the glowy blush, if you find that it enhances the texture, what I would suggest is just doing it back here. Going up a little bit higher and blending your blush right here. Don't bring it to the front. Sometimes I like to do that, but with a glowy blush, I definitely don't want to emphasize the texture that I do have on my cheeks, so I'm just going to put it back here. But look how beautiful that blush is. It's such a gorgeous blendable blush. It really is beautiful. It lasts all day long, and I think these are $3 or $4. They're just the most beautiful blush. I really am glad that I found this formula. I've heard lots of people talk about it. I just never tried it before. I'm really glad that I grabbed it. It's so gorgeous and so glowy. I love this blush very much. I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the ColourPop Glisten Up Setting Spray. For finishing, I'm going to use my NYX High Glass Finishing Powder, and I'm just going to apply a light layer all over my face. I'm going to go ahead and go do my mascara. I will be right back to finish off with my lips because I do have a few new products I've been testing out. Apply my mascara. Next, I'm going to do a lip combo. I have been loving my Morphe Lip Liner, so I'm going to go ahead and go in with Forcast. This is a really great dark, cool tone purple. I love this, and it's going to be a great base to start a really cool ombre look. So I do a pretty heavy line, and then I take the wipe that I've been using for my makeup and I just wipe the middle out, clean that up a little bit. Next, I'm going to go in with NYX Matte Lipstick in Butter. I'm going to apply that just to the outsides. In the middle, I'm going to take L'Oreal's 808 Macadamia. With my finger, I'm going to tap that out. A little more liner, go in and reinforce those lines a little bit. And then on top of all that, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss, and this is in Peach Bellini. So there's the finished look. I love a good cool tone bronzy look. I think this looks so pretty. It makes me feel so pretty. So I'm going to go over the products that I have tested out in this video and my final thoughts on them. So definitely the Tinted Hydrator I think is so worth it. I love that the drugstore are coming out with products like this that are really, really great. I did try out the Milani Tinted Moisturizer. I didn't like how that looked on my skin, but this one is fantastic. It looks so great on the skin, so glowy, has really great coverage. The only bad thing for me, I personally think my skin has an irritation to squalane, which is in this product. I do find that if I wear this more than one day in a row, I will end up having a couple pimples pop up on my face, which I absolutely hate, but I will definitely save this for a special occasion, a good boating day, something like that. This is really great. If you do have irritation to squalane, I would definitely steer clear from this, but it is a beautiful product and a great affordable price. The brow glue has definitely grown on me quite a bit. It gives me a really great laminated appearance, but it does take a little while to dry down. It is a little goopy, but it does have a good staying power. I won't say I will repurchase this. I do like other ones better, but this does definitely do the trick. The Milani Supercharged Under Eye Corrector, what an incredible product. I am so glad that Milani came out with this one. There isn't many color correctors from the drugstore. This is a really fantastic one. I love how it looks. It looks good under makeup. It would look good by itself. It is just a beautiful product, and I'm really excited to own it. And I do have this in peach. I don't believe I mentioned that in the video. There are other colors. I did want to try the pink one, but the peach works really great for me as well. The N Wild Incognito Concealer, if you were looking for a really affordable concealer, this is it. This is such a great one. It really is. I do like the e.l.f. Camo Concealers also, but this is a really great, thick, creamy one. It is not as dry. It's not matte. It does have a really great kind of satin finish to your skin. This one looks so good on your under eyes, but it has really great coverage, and the finish is just incredible. Blends like a dream. Super creamy. Really, really like this concealer and how it applies. Definitely buy this in other colors, and I will continue to use it. I'm going to buy more of these Essence blushes. This was incredible. I love this color so much. This is probably one of my favorite tones of blushes that I own now. It is such a great everyday type color. It doesn't clash with any eyeshadow look you do. It works with everything, and it looks so great and so glowy. Beautiful, beautiful blush, really inexpensive, and they have other colors. I would definitely suggest this one. I really enjoy this lipstick from NYX in Butter. It's a really great formula. It's not anything groundbreaking, but is a great matte lipstick. And then I love these e.l.f. plumping glosses. They're beautiful. They make my lips look so full, so plump, and really gives me kind of that little bit of a tingle, but not painful, and I love the finished look. That is all my thoughts on the recent products that I have been testing. I hope you enjoy this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.